The seal from the book Beyond Mortal Boundaries. Eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither hath it entered into the heart of man, the things that Prime Creator hath prepared for those who love Prime Creator. Isaiah 64 verse 4 and 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 9. Just a small glimpse of these great and mighty things that have been hid up from the foundations of the world am I now about to open unto the understandings of those who love me. Behold, I am Yeshua Christ, Son of the living God, and there is none other name given under heaven whereby man can be saved. Acts chapter 4 verse 12. I hereby place my seal upon this work that you may know it is of me and none other. And according to your understandings and your love and your power to believe, will these things be comprehended by you. For the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolish unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. In this record is given the meaning of the name Elohim, or the ancient Hebrew name of God, Most High. It is a masculine plural of a feminine noun, meaning God and his mate. For we shall make man in our own image, male and female. To whom was he speaking? It had to be someone of female form, else where would be the pattern? This very name Elohim enfolds the full potential of man's divine destiny as he and she overcomes and evolves from the man kingdom into the God kingdom. This earth is the school for gods, and as man is, God once was, and as God is, man may become. Not all will attain unto this glorious fulfillment, because of the greeds and hatreds and evils and wickedness they have generated within their own beings. And the greatest wickedness of all is unbelief. Within this word unbelief are all the evils of men generated. As you, my holy advancing ones, filled with love and a belief in the promises, evolve, you will eventually be called upon to utilize the powers of your own perfection in the process of creation. You too will give forth that all-powerful command, "Let there be light." Else why would this information be imparted unto you right from the beginning of man's sojourn on earth? And from the light that you have learned to generate in your own beings, as you have progressed in your schooling of preparation, will the atoms be formed to create worlds and all that they contain. For all that the mother and father have is yours. After your graduation into godhood is finished, you will be called to create first a world, and you will be the Elohim, or the gods over it, and you will people it with your own spiritual offspring. And you, as their heavenly parents, will be solicitous of their every need and righteous desires, as they will call upon you for help and understanding, for love will be yours in its fullness. Your spiritual children, in turn, will advance into those same powers of creation as they too progress, and thus you will be lifted and exalted into rulers of solar systems. As their spiritual children advance, so will you advance and be exalted into the rulers of galaxies and eventually universes. And thus, God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. God judgeth among the gods. And I, Yeshua Christ, will be exalted also and advanced as you advance in the progressing spiral of eternal glory and divine achievement. For the Mother Father has said, "This is my work and my glory, to bring to pass the immortality and the eternal life of man and woman, naturally." And so the Heavenly Mother Father will be exalted to a higher degree of glory by each progressing generation of gods evolving under them and with them. Thus, one advances into godhood as he and she too utilizes the light and knowledge he and she has accumulated in his and her aeons of schooling and progress to rule first over a world, then a solar system, a galaxy, and finally a universe, and on and on and on into infinitude. This is the pattern, and this is the plan, and this is the purpose, and the purpose of all that is, and all that has been, and all that will be: perfection, glory, exaltation, achievement, and eternal progress. And this has been the divine procedure that has been taking place from the very beginning of eternity. And there is no beginning and no end. Thus it is and ever has been and will continue to be forever and ever. And now I must give you a rehearter of the things that were given to abide in you, the record of heaven. That is a memory of the pre-existent estate when you earned the right to have your name written in the Lamb's Book of Life. And know fully that your name was written there because you had earned the right to have it engraved upon that sacred scroll of honor before the foundations of the world, according to your own righteousness and sacred desires and your great love. In that day, so long ago, you were existing in a realm of peace and beauty and happiness, as you were abiding in the realms of heaven and in the presence of God, and with a full knowledge of your relationship to Prime Creator as your heavenly spiritual mother and heavenly spiritual father. And this record of memory is given to abide in you. Furthermore, we have had mothers and fathers of our flesh that corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto Mother, Father of spirits and live? You do and did have a Mother, Father of your spirits, and you did have Mother, Fathers of mortal bodies, yet they are not the same. And it is given, call no man Father upon the earth, for one is your Father, that is in heaven and on earth. Matthew chapter 23, verse 19. O God, the God of the spirits of all flesh. Numbers chapter 16, verse 22. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. Yet the flesh only returns to the earth if it has remained unglorified and earthy. It is in and with the flesh that death must be overcome. Your spirits are eternal. You are not mere mortal beings, as you have supposed. You are from the race and the lineage of gods, gods endless, generations of them reaching above this world and this planetary system and this galaxy and this universe, and on and on and on. A lineage so great and so divine and so endless that if you could glimpse the fullness of your Heavenly Mother Father, you might be given a faint understanding of his and her before him and her, and his and her father and mother before him and her, and so on and so on. The generations of gods are endless, and they comprise your spiritual ancestry. And if, for only one moment, you would open your hearts to understand, you will begin to be prepared to comprehend all things and to receive all power. And the invitation is and has always been, come and partake of the fountains of life freely. Yes, come, that you might know the truth, that you might be eternally free, free from the bondage of mortality, and free from the bondage of mortality and ignorance and small half-truths and all men's bigotry and all self-righteousness. Yes, come and walk with God, and be ye perfect, even as your mother, father in heaven and on earth are perfect. And now, blissed ones, it is true that perfect love never fails. Yet whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For now you know in part, and you prophesy in part. Yet when that is perfect is come, then that is in part shall be done away. Now abideth or continueth faith, hope, and charity. Charity is the pure, divine, glorious love. These three, and the greatest, the most perfect, the most sublime, eternal attribute is charity, or the unlimited power of love. Love is perfect. And when that is perfect is come or is developed or brought forth, then the gifts, or that is only in part, shall be done away. And the fruits of the Spirit alone will remain, and it is by their fruits that they will be known, not by their gifts. And those fruits will consist of the divine attributes of perfected love, namely mercy, compassion, gentleness, long-suffering, humility, joy, divine ecstasy, and eternal gladness. And these will be their treasures in heaven, that no power can corrupt or take from them. As long as there are those who display only the gifts of the Spirit and none of the fruits, then you may know with a sure knowing that love has not been made perfect in their lives. When love is made perfect, then the gifts, or that is only in part, or the outward show, will be done away or transformed into the greater works of silent, powerful, dynamic witnessing of Prime Creator as to the worthiness of that individual. Man uses the gifts unintentionally, perhaps, to bear witness of himself, though in his blindness he believes he is bearing witness of God. Yet the gifts used thus will profit him nothing. It is the fruits that contain the power of divinity and of true service. The fruits are the inward power of fulfillment, and it is by their fruits only that anyone will be acknowledged or accepted in the higher realms. It is the gifts that are displayed as the sounding brass and the clanging cymbals, and it is to this group that I will profess that I have never known them. For when the gifts are utilized without the perfected love, they are unacceptable and void and profiteth them nothing. My beloved ones, open up your minds and hearts to understand and your hearts to receive, and so shall the fullness of the promises become established unto you, and you will be filled with light and comprehend all things, not just glimpse them in part through a glass dimly, but you will truly be able to comprehend all things, and all things will become subject unto you, both in heaven and on earth. The life and the light, the spirit and the power sent forth by the will of the Mother Father through me, Yeshua Christ, their Son, Son, Son. There's a sun right there, shining bright. The first The first and great commandment contains all perfection as one lives it. One who fulfills it is no longer under mind control, no longer under mortal laws or the shadow or burden of them. This love is the very fountains of living water that I promised to you centuries ago. Come, my beloved ones, and partake of the rivers of life freely, for the draught is now held out to you, that you, partaking of it, will never need to thirst again, nor will you ever need to die. And by the great love, or by the fruits thereof, shall you be known. For love only brings the fulfillment of that is perfect. When love is perfected in any individual, he and she will truly be born of the Spirit, and he and she will comprehend all things, fully and completely, not just in part. And so is my seal placed upon this work, and no man can remove this seal, for the power that is over the seal is greater than they. And the name of the Mother Father is upon it, and my name is upon it, even the name of Yeshua Christ, your Redeemer, the Son of the living God, and the name of the sacred Spirit is upon it. And it shall stand as long as the earth shall stand. For I have spoken, and I lie not. So be it, and it is so. Aho. Thank you. This will complete the book Beyond Mortal Boundaries. Thank you all for being here with me. Please stay tuned into love's vibration, love's frequency. So much more to come, my beloveds. I love you all. Peace and aloha. Bama peace.